Alright, so there's no post-credit scene at the end of this film. However, if you're still wanting to feel the feels after watching this movie, you might want to stick around for the little tag at the end because it definitely brought the feels. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the channel. We're going to be talking about Disney's Wish. This is a new film that is kind of like an origin story for the Disney star. And so in Wish, you have Ariana DeBose, who plays Asha, as she tries to get a job as the king's apprentice, played by Chris Pine. When she finds out the king's plan of not granting all the people's wishes, she wishes on a star, and that star comes to life in order for her to take down the king. Now, quite frankly, I've been very interested in this movie since I found out that it was kind of like an origin story for the wishing star, and I was a little bit more intrigued when I thought that Patrick Stewart was playing Valentino. Turns out it was just Alan Tudyk, which is amazing because he is an amazing voice actor. And so going into this film, I was optimistically excited. Some of the preview songs that I've heard kind of had me a little bit worried, but you know what? I came out having a good time with this film because it was damn charming. All of the characters are likable, and you can kind of get behind almost everybody, especially the king, because you see where he is coming from. He only grants wishes that he feels benefits this town. So maybe not all the wishes are beneficial to what he is trying to do, but sometimes that is a good thing, because sometimes people will wish for basically almost anything, and so if he finds that some of the wishes are not really suitable for running this place, then he's not going to be granting all those wishes. And I absolutely loved King Magnifico in this movie because you kind of get his motivation, you kind of get to see where he's coming from, and you also kind of get to see the same points as Asha, because she's making sure that everybody's dreams are coming true. And so on both of those sides, you can kind of get behind everybody. The songs in here are catchy. I wasn't vibing with a lot of them, but the majority of the songs in this movie, I was able to get toe tapping, I was bopping my head, I was re-listening to some of these songs after I left the theater because they were so damn catchy. And then Ariana DeBose as Asha was absolutely fantastic. She had a lot of charisma coming to life, and she played into this character very well. Alan Tudyk as Valentino was amazing. He was almost the scene stealer. Every line of dialogue that he has in this movie is absolutely golden, and I kind of wish they didn't show the chicken scene in the trailers because that was the hardest laugh that I had in the entire movie, and I kind of wish that was a little bit more of a surprise. Nonetheless, I still had a lot of fun with that scene. And really, another thing that I absolutely loved about this movie and I was really surprised by is the fact that they actually gave the star a little bit of a personality. It is charming and unwitting, and every single time that the star joins the journey with Asha and Valentino, I was just having a big smile on my face because I love the creative things they did with this wishing star, and it just brought a big smile on my face. But going into the animation style, I thought it did a fantastic job of blending 2D animation and 3D animation together. The visuals in this movie look absolutely fantastic. This is a beautiful looking movie. When you take your kids, the kids are going to have fun with the visual styles. They're gonna have a lot of fun with all the colors. And for me, the humor sometimes worked for me, other times it didn't. But even though I really came out enjoying this movie and was charmed by it, it's a good movie. It's just not a great movie, and it's not as great as I wanted it to be. Mostly because this movie is about an hour and a half long, and it just felt like a lot of moments were being rushed for the finish line. When it came down to King Magnifico, even though Chris Pine does a fantastic job voicing this character, and you do get to see his charming personality, I think he brings a lot of charm and wit to this character. It wasn't a villain that felt very malicious enough, because even though you can get behind his intents, you can get behind his motivation as to why he doesn't want to grant everybody's wishes, but when it came down to that third act where he's overpowered and everything, I didn't feel that sense of true power. I didn't feel like this character was terrifying enough. It might be terrifying for kids maybe in the 5-year range, 6-year range, but for me, I wanted this king to be a little bit more vicious and a little bit more strong, because he has a lot of charm, a lot of wit, and when it comes down to him being terrifying and trying to take down Asha, it does not come out very strongly, and I kind of wish they made him a little bit more terrifying. But this movie was charming to all heck. I had a lot of fun with this movie. It's definitely one that you want to take the kids to. They're going to have fun with it. I think the characters are charming and delightful. You can get behind the king's motivation, and I just came out with a big smile on my face. But those are my thoughts on Wish. Are you guys planning on checking this film out, or do you guys just have no interest in this movie? It comes out on Wednesday, but let me know if you guys are interested, and also let me know, what would you wish for?